So, I realized while filming these segments that I talked about loss and depression in my life, but I never explained how I dealt with the depression caused by these losses. I don't know if all of you know the Kubler-Ross model of the 5 stages of grief, but I feel that a future video should be on this individually, just not this moment. Anyway, when I hit depression, I don't deal with it. I don't want to accept it. I act like everything is fine, maybe even too calm. No one knows I'm hurting deep down inside. I put on a false smile, false laugh, a whole act. I bury myself in work or entertainment, more so than I normally do, but something people don't notice. My act is really convincing, that I even start to believe the act myself. This builds up steadily, and when I hit the heights that I finally realize I'm depressed, that's when I snap. I do something that can cause self-harm, I give out cries for help, sometimes I even feel suicidal. I eventually accept it, but I require lots of help such as a heavy need of therapy or hospitalization. It can take a long time to move on. I'll give some examples of my acts. When my grandpa died, I buried myself in books. I just read Went to Another World, so I wouldn't have to accept it. I actually read a book at the wake. I sat down in front of the coffin, in front of his coffin, just reading. I couldn't bear to look at the dead body. I even read in the hearse. I realized I was depressed when I had a complete mental breakdown. In school. I threw a tantrum, yelled, threw things, ran my fingernails down the blackboard, God knows what else, then ran in the hallway and cried. When my grandma died, I did nothing. I just mentally shut down. I didn't want to do anything. My grandma and I were close, and I just accepted it too well. It was my friends who pulled me back, and being put in specialized classes with fewer students, one-on-one attention, and weekly therapy. My biggest low was Casper's death. I had requested to be in the room with Casper when he was euthanized. I wanted to beat the denial, to see his life end. I think this gave me a better sense of closure. Unfortunately, my depression hit such a low that I had several incidents, one of which brought me to accept my house had such a toxic environment that I voluntarily checked myself into a hospital. This was a great help, but my depression lasted until 2 months ago. I am going to point out that this was my experience with depression, and that everyone deals with depression differently. Therefore, I'm not going to tell you how to deal with depression, as that would be patronizing, and I really don't wish to do that. I'll just say that accepting that I was depressed was my first step, and getting help was the next, but again, that's just me. So I'm not going to tell you to share this video with others as I usually do. I'll just say, questions and comments are appreciated. Anyway, this is the end. I hope you'll continue to watch Bipolar Opposites. Until then, Tim Cubbin, out.